Yo, it's your boy Trey Wayzat. Welcome to another stream. And so, this time, I'm bringing you a stream and a guide for Arc Aosame. This is Dragon Arc Aosame. In this video is coming from my boss series in Onigiri for you guys. And it's just a reference video. I want to share some of the information that I know about Arc Aosame and information that might help you guys, just as a reference video. So whenever you're about to fight Aosame, all you gotta do is just click on the video, and hopefully I can give you the information that you need to conquer the dungeon and have less trouble with it, and memorize it. All right, so for the first to begin with, Arc Aosame, his nature is beast. It's what sources have been saying. His nature is beast. So if you have any vanguards that are strong to beast, more than likely they'll be able to destroy him. All right, so I've run keyed in with me, and as you can see, she is strong against beast. So for me to bring her in here, which is, she's strong against his nature type, she should do lots and lots of damage to him, which is good. And also, on the flip side of things, she should also take the least amount of damage from him than any other vanguards that are weak or neutral to the nature beast. Another thing you need to know is Arc Aosame is weak to both fire and wind. So I would say he's more very weak to fire and just weak to wind, but he can be killed by both pretty easily, depending on the amount of element that you hold in your hands. I've gotten my hands on a lot more fire than anything. Well, I've gotten my hands on more fire than wind, so I will say that fire is a little bit stronger with me than my wind element, so I use fire. I also have Hound Dog here. Hound Dog is a very big help. He's a wind mount, and as you guys know, he's very strong. And he's his specialty is wind, so I could use either or to help me kill Arc Aosame. If you don't, however, have either of these guys, you can still kill him by having his weakness, and that's why the weakness is important. Let me just run the dungeon. Don't really pay attention to the amount of time at the end of the dungeon that it took me, it says, because I actually started up this entire stream while inside the dungeon run, and I've literally been standing there explaining to you how to conquer this dungeon while inside the dungeon. So that's kind of taking up even more time than it already did with me standing there. So don't look at the time. That's not the real time that I run this dungeon. I run it a lot quicker than whatever it's gonna say, so don't pay attention to that at all. Just disregard it. And so I've gotten Ibaraki up, or may I say keyed in. I use her for both fire and lightning. She's really good in both categories. I'm hoping to one day get some more scrolls for her. I have bad luck with getting Vanguard scrolls for some odd reason. I just can't seem to get my hands on the same Vanguard scrolls. And as far as getting Vanguards, I've done decently. I've gotten my hands on a lot of pretty solid Vanguards. But one thing I will say is that I've had a pretty bad RNG of getting like multiple scrolls for the Vanguards I already have, which is not, it's really not good to me. I know some people out there have even worse RNG and they can't even get Vanguards, but when I get them, it's always a new Vanguard, and it's kind of annoying. So it's just like more farming I have to do to upgrade a new Vanguard in hopes of getting a scroll for them. But yeah, I don't really necessarily need to use either of these two for this first run. And I'm actually in here trying to farm for his recipe. But yeah, so let me just go ahead and send him with one of these. I'm gonna hit him with one of these again. Oh, he hit him. I only hit Aosame one time, and Hound Dog just smacked him. I'm trying to actually get some recipes. I'm trying to get the Uryu newborn recipe. Any other recipe that I get my hands on, I'm gonna learn those recipes too. Just because I want to be a weaponsmith, so I kind of want to know how to craft all of these weapons. And if at any point in time, if someone like, I wanted to start like some type of service in Onigiri where people can kind of come to me, they can request a weapon, and then I'll just like let them know if I can do it, or if I can do it, I'll let them know how long it'll take for me to meet the criteria that they need, you know, that I need to make the weapon for them. And then after knowing those things, then I'll find a price or whatever to negotiate the trade. But I know it's something that a lot of people could care less about doing. And to me, it's not that much of a grind for certain things. It doesn't bother me at all to do it. And plus, if it can earn me some more in-game currency just by grinding some items that people are tired of farming, that's cool. It's very cool by me. Let me try this rapid shot. See how much stronger this is. Probably about the same, but I will say the other one is stronger, only a little stronger based off of the simple fact that I only have this earth at like level 60. It's nowhere near max. The reason I have it that way is because I want to actually replace that rapid shot right there in the center with a I wanted to replace it with another blade sanction, but what I'll probably end up doing anyways is just going ahead to just keep it the way it is and just upgrade it this way. because I really want to put like a Blade Sanction 4 on there, get it up to a 5 on there, but I don't know. I have many Blade Sanction 7s, and I already got a 5 on there, so if I could just replace one Blade Sanction with the one that's in the middle, I think I'll be alright. All I'm trying to do is really get rid of the middle. And I'm not getting any luck with like Blade Sanctions when I'll be doing the when I'll be doing the skill card dungeon. I'm not getting any luck at all. Yeah, let me show you what she would do. Kills him pretty quick. Drop the hell horn. I mean, not hell horn, but hammer horn. Alright, I'm kind of done with running that for now. I'm gonna run the hard mode in hopes of getting my hard recipe. What I will say this, the arcs seem to be just about as difficult as the bosses and the guards, but I do notice a difference between those guys. The difference between the two is that pretty much one set of weapons is harder to craft and the other is easier. The guards are a lot easier nowadays to craft. I mean, the arcs aren't too bad, but they still make you work a little bit. Considering you gotta make glazer ones and you gotta farm the mats for that. Then you gotta farm then you gotta level up and have like different stones and whatnot. Level up the weapons and have the stones. It can get a little annoying, but it's still not that bad, honestly. Well, yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, guys. But I just want to showcase why I run with these two by my side. And if you have them, you should definitely level them up. They can be very useful. And I'm not really, I don't have a big, not really big on fire right nowadays. So I don't have a lot of fire element on me. So I usually rely on vanguards and mounts such as Hound Dog to help me out with like fire element, wind element, any element that I don't really rely on. Right now I'm relying on a lot of my rain element is because of one of the past events where I acquired some silhouettes, and they're pretty good. They're actually pretty OP mags, and they really help, especially being a bow user, which is where we main rain element is our primary element. And it's been a big boost. It's a decent amount of bosses that are in the game that are weak to rain. So to be able to primary in such a reliable element, I'm just happy to have that. I knew something was going on. Yeah, it doesn't really take much. Another cool thing that I can teach you, I'm gonna actually save that for another. I'm gonna actually save that for another video. But yeah, it's these two are very good. You can combo up different vanguards and mounts and whatnot to get you through dungeons. And so, even though I'm not the best, you know, myself, if I didn't have these vanguards, I'd be having a lot of trouble. Or I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm gonna say some noticeable trouble with these bosses. But just knowing or just having the knowledge of the weakness of these bosses is what makes up for not being the strongest guy in the game, or you know, things of that nature. You just farm that much more effective, and you just, you know, boss over the boss, and that makes a strong player. So don't consider yourself weak when you're seeking out to get this information, whether you get it from online or you get it from going in a dungeon, dying a couple times, swapping through weapons, trial and error, and finding out his weakness by mistake or out of curiosity. That's what it's there for. But yeah, you just go over here. Newborn, nice. This is exactly the one I needed. And now I got two of them. Okay. Being too generous. Streamer loot, by the way. Well, yeah, I don't want to link, you know, have the video to be linked very lengthy. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's gonna go pretty much the same way, even when I fight him on hell. Yeah, he's gonna have more HP. Yeah, he's gonna have more defense, but it's to the point where I've got him down to a science. So it's just like my runs are so effective. I just make it look easy. You know, some people probably make it look easier than me, but reason, that's all the reason that I have to make this video, is to make it easier for everybody. And I just wanted to make this video, and it's part of the series. And for all you guys that are having trouble with any of the arcs, I will be covering the arcs. I will be covering the guards. I will try to cover Glacie's Typhoon. I will try to cover Mephi. Try to cover Eldritch Beast. I will try to cover Lucifer, Blitz Tiamat, get to what is it, Nightshade. I'm try to cover Visual Odin. I'm gonna try to cover Logos Adimon. All of those bosses I'm gonna also add in a mixture of other bosses that are um that are noteworthy, like the lizard boss from the Lizard Mansion. If you've ever grinded for like your Rev 2 or Rev 3 in the Lizard Mansion, the lizard is noteworthy, and he's definitely one of the bosses I would consider to add into this series to help you guys out. Because I think sometimes when we go back there, which if you're not farming lizard all the time, it could be very useful for you to know his weakness and whatnot. I'll make videos on that as I start farming those guys. I'll sit here and I'll stream a video for you to help you out while I'm grinding. All right, and I just want you guys to stay safe out there, and thank you so much for the support. I'm gonna make some more videos, and I'm gonna stop saying okay.